Hi adventurers! Adventure Guide Jennae here with hopefully a fun little segment for you. I'm missing guiding quite a bit, as I'm sure all of you are missing traveling as well. And one of the things that I really like to do as a guide is to make sure that I have a lot of educational moments on my tours. And one of the things I really like to talk about is etymology. So I thought I would call this segment Etymology Today with Jennae. So what is etymology? Etymology is the study of words, their origin, phrases, where things come from. Not entomology. Entomology is the study of insects. Nothing wrong with insects, not my thing. Words are my thing. So why are words so important? Well, I mean, it's how we express ourselves. It's how we say who we are, where we come from, our wants, our desires, our needs. It's how we educate. It's how we tell stories. It's how we structure the world around us. Long before humans ever figured out how to write, we were telling stories. We had the oral tradition, and it's something that goes back obviously a very long time, pretty much since the dawn of humanity. So words are a big thing. Words are very important, and we may think today that, oh, we're all newfangled and everything is very modern and fresh, but a lot of things that we say and do have their roots in things that happened hundreds if not thousands of years before. So let's talk about something that is very relevant today, and that's the word quarantine. Where does the word quarantine come from? It actually comes from the 14th century in Italy. So Venice, amazing city today, amazing city back then. It was a big seaport, and so there were a lot of the spice trade, a lot of trade of all kinds was coming through there. But because this was the 14th century, plague was going on, and of course the Italians do not want plague in their city, and so any ships that were coming in, they were concerned that the sailors might be carrying some kind of sickness or disease, so they would have to stay off the coast for 40 days. 40 in Italian is 40, or you can say 40 giorni, which is 40 days. And from that word for 40, 40, comes the word quarantine. Look at that. Now, something else that we're being asked not to do a whole lot today is shaking hands. So where does the handshake come from? This little motion dates all the way back to the 5th century BC in Greece. This was a symbol of peace. It was showing that you didn't have any weapons in your hands. Now, as time goes on, not just words change, but our actions change as well. So this became this in the Roman era, where you would grip someone's forearm and give it a firm shake. You were checking to make sure that there were no weapons there, nothing up their sleeve, just like the magicians, right? And so from this, we went back to this in medieval Europe. This is what the knights would do. They would slam their gauntleted hands together and shake vigorously. That was supposed to dislodge any weapons that might be hidden up their sleeve. And so we've gone from this, to this, to this, and nowadays to the fist bump. This is the modern version of a handshake, and probably where our evolution of the handshake is going. So from all the way back 5th century BC in Greece to today, you can see how that's evolved. And so that's just a little bit of etymology for you today. We'll come back with more later. But thanks so much for listening. Happy adventuring, everyone. Stay safe.